I am a car salesman. I'm giving you 5 secrets that most dealerships don't want you to know that's going to save you a lot of money. With rule number 1, say you are a referral. This might be like a, what does he mean by that? But say you're a referral. And what I mean by that, you know, when you're sitting down at a dealership, say you were referred to this dealership. And that's going to save you some serious money. To be honest, I'm not a big advocate of just straight up lying to people, but this is a cool tactic that does work, and it's kind of harmless. You know what I mean? Just say, oh, I was referred here. The dealership's going to take the extra mile to take care of their referrals. This is just common knowledge. And I think if you're going to lie, do it with something like this. It's simple, it's easy, it's harmless, and it could save you upwards of a couple K. The next secret I'm going to show you, this really should be common knowledge. And for most people, it probably is. But let me show you what this is, and I'll elaborate as well. Financing is better. Financing is better. You know, there's a stigma around coming to a dealership and offering cash for a better deal. Scratch that. Nowadays, you want to offer financing to get a better deal. 99.99999% of dealerships want you to finance, and you can use that as a little bit of leverage to get a better deal. And there's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of why dealerships want you to finance. You know, it all comes down to money, of course. But, if you go into a dealership and you try to offer a car cash and try to get the cash price, that's not going to help you very much. You want to get the financing price. And you might argue, Rudy, I don't want to pay interest. I just want to, if I can buy the car cash, I just want to buy the car cash and get a good deal. So let me tell you what you can do. You can finance the car, or say you're going to finance the car, and then next month when you get your first statement in the mail, pay it off. It's a win-win situation. You get the better deal because you're financing, and you get to pay it off and pay 0 interest. It's a no-brainer. Okay. Rule number 3. Let's get into it. Negotiating on used cars. Negotiate on used cars. Used cars. Let me elaborate a little bit. In the year 2025, which this is the year we're in, negotiating on new cars for most manufacturers is not going to end very well for you. It depends on the manufacturer. It depends on how bad they want to move those cars. It depends on how many cars they have in stock. But the negotiating on new cars, you're not going to get a hefty discount. You're just not. Especially if you're talking about brands like Honda, Toyota, Mazda, Subaru. Don't expect thousands and thousands off the MSRP of that car. It's just not going to happen. But on used cars, this is where you can use some leverage and get a pretty hefty, respectable discount on the used cars. The market's always changing, just like this, up and down, up and down. And right now, used cars are the ones you can probably get better deals on than new cars. This is just a reality. This is what I'm seeing. This isn't even my opinion. This is just what I am seeing. And if you're really looking to get, you know, upwards of, you know, 4, 5, 6K off a car, which is rare these days, really rare, used cars are the ones you're going to get those types of discounts on, especially if you use all my rules from previous videos and what I'm telling you now, and you use that to try to get a better deal. You'll get a pretty good deal on a used vehicle. And if I'm being honest, I've always been a big advocate of buying used cars over new cars. That's just me. Every single car I've ever bought has been pre-owned, and I've had pretty good success money-wise with that. But that's just my 2 cents. Maybe I'll make a whole separate video on that. Maybe. All right, rule number 4. In sales, you know, when I was thinking of this video and I was writing down some of my secrets and rules, this one popped into my mind, and I think it's a pretty funny one, but a real one that isn't really talked about. If you're going to buy a car and you're in sales yourself, don't say that, because it turns into an ego match. And when you're just trying to get a good deal and you're saying, well, I'm in sales, I sell refrigerators, or I'm also in the car business, or I sell windows, or whatever, it just turns into, well, I'm a better salesman than you. Or no, I'm a better salesman. It gets messy. It gets messy because egos are real. And when I see this happen live before my very eyes, I see everybody loses because it turns into an ego match. If you're in sales, just keep it to yourself, because I think that's going to work out better for you anyways. You know, if you have an experience where you're in sales, you went to go buy a car or anywhere in sales and it turned into that, let me know in the comments below if you've had that experience. Like, am I right on the money with this? Because I think I am. All right, we're going to move to rule number 5 now. But before I do, we're about maybe 5 or 6 minutes into this video. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe to my channel if you're getting value from this. I would really, really, really appreciate it before we move on to the last rule. Also, as far as comments go, they help the algorithm. They help me out. So you want to help out an inspiring YouTuber, car content guy, leave a comment and say anything. And whatever your heart desires. You can just put numbers in there or emojis or whatever. It helps the algorithm and you're helping out your boy. All right, rule number 5. Big secret here, guys. Add-ons are optional. They're optional. You don't have to really buy anything. Now, at some dealerships, these add-ons are actually really valuable and they're great products, but a lot of people are under the impression that you have to buy these things, when in reality, you don't. The only thing you have to buy is the car, right? Anything after that, it's strictly up to you. And like I said, as far as warranties and gap insurance and vehicle protection plans and all that stuff, they're all optional. Some of them are great products though, and you might see value and you might not see value, but at the end of the day, it is solely up to the consumer, aka you. I have one more little bonus rule for you guys, a little bonus secret that you may or may not know. When you're negotiating for a car, don't ever, and I mean ever, ask for employee pricing. Don't use that as a negotiation tactic. Let me get the employee pricing. And if you know why that is, put it into the comments and I'll say the answer in the next video. But I want to see if you guys know this. It's a weird one, but don't ever ask for employee pricing. Do you know why? Let me know in the comments below.